Assalamu alaikum, how are you all? So today I thought I'll just have some fun with you and we'll look at some of the IELTS speaking topics that are a little weird. Now, when I was surfing for these, strange, I put it down in the address bar, as you can see, strange IELTS speaking questions. I would actually say that some of them were a little too unbelievable. But in this last decade that I've been teaching IELTS, some of my candidates, some of my students have come back and told me that, we were asked this. And even though those questions seemed a little off the top, the reason that I believe that these questions exist is because my students were asked them, right? And I think at times these questions are put up when examiners feel that people have learned their answers by heart. This isn't something that I know for sure. This is just assumption on my part. So when examiners feel that the students, the candidates have learned answers by heart, they throw them these hard questions, these strange questions, probably to throw them off guard, probably to, read them deeper. I don't know, whatever it is. If I didn't see these for myself or have my candidates, have my students tell me for themselves, I wouldn't believe that these questions were ever asked. Not all of them are weird, but some of them are. So if you're up for it, if you're up for this interesting IELTS video, keep on watching. Here goes. All right, so the first one. It's loading. So yeah. So the first one is a site by IELTS Simon. And the first question is, what do you think of robots? Now, I don't think that's a strange question. And the answer is right there. And I could also answer for you. What do you think of robots? I think robots are interesting. I think robots save people from work that is tedious, that is repetitive. Many a times that is dangerous because in the industry making of cars or maybe of other um, uh, you know factories where there's large equipment that has to be dealt with, that heavy equipment has to be dealt with, robots are generally used because those procedures can't be done by humans as they would endanger their lives, so robots are used. So I think robots are a very clever invention. Did you watch any cartoons related to robots in your childhood? I think I used to watch the Jetsons, and there was this robot maid that used to run around the house serving the family, and I used to find that robot really interesting because I felt that I wish I had a maid like this in the house running around doing errands and running around doing chores. So I like the Jetsons and I like their futuristic vision in that cartoon. Do you like the idea of robots helping you at home or driving your car? I would love the idea of a robot helping me in the house and or driving my car because I cannot drive in the traffic of the city Karachi. I find it very difficult. I know how to drive, but I choose not to. And it would be wonderful having a robot inside the house, running around doing my errands and there for my beck and call. Okay, so the next one. Do you like to buy expensive shoes? Now, I can go on and on with this site, but I want to also explore other ones. So let's do another one now. So this is 5 strange. I'll share the links below of all of these sites. 5 strange IELTS speaking part 1 topics. So the first one is the good, the bad, and the strange. Sorry, that's not the topic. The topic is the sky. Yes, this was something that was regularly asked by my students between, somewhere between 2014 to 2020. And what is it? Do you like looking at the sky? So if somebody asked me this, I'd probably say, yes, I think the sky is beautiful and the sky is lovely in every part of the day. The best part of looking at the sky is during sunset because there's these colors that you can see merging into each other like a watercolor, and the greens, the blues, the lavender, the oranges, the reds, and it's a very beautiful scene. Do you prefer looking at the sky in the morning or in the evening? Well, I kind of just answered this, but I do prefer looking at the sky in the evening. However, in the early morning, before the sun is too bright, I think the sky always holds a very calming effect because it's blue, it's clear, and it's very beautiful. Can you see the stars at night where you live? Thanks to pollution, I don't think we can actually see as many stars as we could in the past, but I can always see the northern star. I can always see the moon if it's, half a moon or maybe a full moon. So that's something quite romantic and quite lovely to look at. Is there a good place to look at the sky near where you live? Yes, there is. I generally go out into the balcony and I can look up at the sky and I can enjoy. I don't know, but that even the darkness is very mysterious. So it doesn't have to be a starlit sky, it can also be very dark and mysterious at the same time. Okay, so the age. Are you happy to be the age you are now? Generally, I am because I mean, I've been through the worst, and now I think I'm at that age where I can start enjoying life at another level. Plus, I'm not bogged down by the judgment of others. I can actually shake off a lot of insecurities being at this age. So I think, yeah, I am happy. I don't want to be any younger than this, but I don't want to look any older than this. When you were a child, did you think about the future? Oh, yes, all the time, all the time. I was a person who was living in the future for a major part of her life. But then I realized that when we're living in the future too much, we forget the present. And then I sort of changed my attitude and started living in the present. Do you think you have changed as you have gotten older? Yes, of course. Everybody does change. And I think I've become more patient. I've become calmer. I have become more, more mature overall. I'm just having fun with you guys. I mean, I'm sure my answers could be better, but today it's just about sharing these ideas with you and not really, focusing too much on the answers, right? So, yeah, we can go on and on. Their boats and their jeans and their trees, and, there's more. So, let's move on to another one. We're just going to do one more, and then I will call it a day, and then I'll share these links with you. All right, so unusual and strange topics, right? So, yes. So, these are the unusual and strange topics. There's jeans, memory, perfume, hairstyles, alone time. You can see them for yourself. And they also suggest different approaches. When I share the link, you can study them and you can have a look for yourself. So there's so many. I mean, you could Google these yourself as well. I'll share as many as I think are good enough, and the rest you can see for yourself. Let's look at this one. They're 30 difficult. 30 difficult. That's a lot. I don't know. Some of them may not be so difficult for you, but yeah, I think this is difficult. I would say this is difficult, but yeah, you can have a look at these yourself and I'll share them all with you in a few minutes as soon as this video is uploaded. All right then, so that's it with my strange and funny and weird IELTS speaking topics. I just felt like doing this, and I've been wanting to do this for so many days, but I was busy. I was busy studying, taking my classes, preparing for a lot of other things. So, I mean, I was really bogged down myself, but I finally did this and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much. As usual, you're great. Thank you. Take care. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.